Hello and welcome to this lesson. Have you heard the word oligarchy before? Do you have any idea what it means? Well, if you don't, then get ready as we learn about this very interesting topic. Oligarchy is a form of government that places power in the hands of a few people in society. In an oligarchy, a small group of people control the government or any organization. The opposite of an oligarchy is a democracy. Now, in a democracy, power belongs to the people through their votes, but in an oligarchy, a group of people who are known as the elite control the people. Think of an oligarchy as a community. And in this community, there are boys, girls, men, and women. However, when it's time to make laws, a group of people sit and decide the fate of every member of the community. Then they communicate their decision to the people. Every member of the community is expected to either obey the laws laid down or be punished. This sounds like an unfair system, right? That is exactly what an oligarchy is. Power doesn't belong to the people, it belongs to a few people. There are two forms of oligarchy: authoritarianism and aristocracy. In an authoritarian society, the citizens are expected to submit blindly to their leaders. An example is a military government. Citizens are expected to submit to the military leader and not question their judgment. In fact, in a military government, the constitution is suspended. The leader in an authoritarian society is called a dictator. However, in an aristocracy, leadership is placed in the hands of the best citizens. The best citizens can be decided by noble birth, wealth, or even intellect. A monarchy is the perfect example of an aristocracy. In monarchy, a king rules and power is passed down to his children. An aristocracy emphasizes quality over quantity. This means that it emphasizes a few people who are intelligent and smart, ruling and governing society over everyone else in the society. People who ruled in an aristocracy can be described as aristocrats. It is also important to note that oligarchy is not restricted to government. Institutions, organizations, and social circles can in fact be an oligarchy. This is because, again, only a few people in the institution or organization are in charge of taking decisions for everyone. Examples of such institutions are political parties and religious institutions. In some political parties across the world and in most countries across Africa, party members determine who can contest elections through a process called party primaries. This means that a few people get to decide the fate of the citizens by electing who becomes the party's candidates in the general election. In religious institutions, the religious leader, like the pastor in a church or the imam in a mosque, decides how the religious organization is run. That is oligarchy. Now you know what an oligarchy is and the types of oligarchy that exist. Do you know any other institution where oligarchy is practiced? Do not forget, in an oligarchy, power is placed in the hands of a few, and an oligarchy can be authoritarian or an aristocracy. We have come to the end of this interesting lesson. I do hope to see you in another lesson where we shall continue our discussion on other forms of government. Bye, my friend.